medical records.
She already said, "Did you know?" which is a yes or no question. So it's going to be leading already, right? I mean, she started this with "Did you know?"
Do you know?
Yes or no? Leading.
The records, medical records from your EMT were produced in discovery.
Objection, Your Honor. Lack of foundation calls for speculation.
And leading.
I'm asking.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
The records, what, if any, production did you make to the plaintiffs of your medical records with the ENT?
Objection, Your Honor. Lack of foundation.
Sustained. Should be sustained.
If you want to lay a foundation.
Do you know?
Now, lay a foundation. She's got to say, "Did you go to a doctor?" Leading. That's why
I like
she's
at this
running.
point she starts burying the lead, like at the end of the sentence, like that makes it a non-leading question.
Whether the records, medical records.
She already said, "Did you know?" which is a yes or no question. So it's going to be leading already, right? I mean, she started this with "Did you know?"
Do you know?
Yes or no? Leading.
The records, medical records from your EMT were produced in discovery.
Objection, Your Honor. Lack of foundation calls for speculation.
And leading.
I'm asking.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
And do you recall? I'm trying.
Yeah, she's trying.
You're not supposed to say that out loud. You're not
This is
supposed
the
to say
quiet
that
part
out
out loud.
loud. Yeah, that's say the quiet part out loud. Oh my gosh.
What, if anything,
Magic words.
did the
That doesn't make
medical
it non-leading.
records reflect about your nose?
Objection, Your Honor. Hearsay.
I'll sustain the objection.
She thinks, what if anything, it fixes hearsay also, because she doesn't understand the difference between an objection leading, objection hearsay.
Do you have injuries to your nose?
And just so that I can make you smarter than Elaine, when it comes to objection leading or objection hearsay, objection leading is that you are leading the person towards one of two paths, and you can't do that. You have to ask an open question, which has many paths for the witness to choose to answer. So that's why on direct or redirect, you cannot ask a leading question. So objection leading means the way you worded the question is not kosher. It's not valid because you're limiting the witness and what they can say. You have to rephrase your question. The question part is bad. Objection hearsay is basically saying, I don't care about the question. The answer that we're about to hear from the witness is verboten. It's prohibited because it's going to be hearsay or junk information. I actually dropped a couple of hours ago a video explaining what is hearsay, why something is classified as hearsay, why it's untrustworthy, et cetera, and why some things fall into an exception to hearsay. So, or not considered hearsay, even though you might think that they otherwise would be. But the point to objection hearsay has nothing to do with how you worded the question, the way leading is. It's the answer that Elaine is trying to get is going to be a prohibited type of testimony because it will be hearsay.
Yeah.
So,
well, yeah. I mean, it can be both, of course, right? I mean,
you can say
your
objection
doctor
leading and
tell
hearsay.
you had a broken nose is both leading and hearsay.
Right, which is why it was so funny the other day when Elaine heard objection hearsay and she goes, when, if ever. So when, if ever is designed to make a closed question more open, which is I'm fixing a leading problem, but the objection, which is a problem with the question, but the problem is really the problem with the answer that's going to be forthcoming. But somehow she thinks fixing the question doesn't make the answer that's forthcoming a problem. That's what made it so funny. But she's so struggling here. This is just an utter foul.
Yes. Please describe